Welcome everybody to the Broken Wing Racing League. This is the GT3 Sprint Championship Season 17, Round 7 here at Watkins, Glen. And it is going to be a spicy one. Go bowling at the Glen, as we did last time, with the famous Jeff Lubitsch, Killdozer. Hopefully we don't have that sort of scenario happen this time. But it's gonna be there. Thank you, Acid Walk, for the subscription. 9 minutes, 36 seconds left in practice. It's pretty sweaty out there. The times are very, very much up for grabs here. Is Kyle Caesar is leading with that 141.323. And there's only 3 drivers in the 141s. After that, it goes Aiden Gertz in P4. And with the P4 all the way down 142s competitively to P28 of Brandon Burns, last of those drivers. And then Ben Laughter, who is P29 in the 143s, low 143s. And the 143s continue all the way down to P50. So you get P29 to P50 is in the 143s. After that, 144s for the rest of the drivers. We have all 60 drivers out on track. It is maxed out. We even have a little bit of overflow, and that's unfortunate. But if you're watching, you're probably going to have a better time watching than racing, because it might be a big one. Safety car generator's going to be operable for this race. Only one time, though. It will get used once. If it does indeed something happens on track, after the S's is when it will be activated. So if there's a big one in the S's, we'll go to safety car for a couple laps and get back onto it. Travis Deegan has been promoted from the rookie class to the pros. He is leading the pro championship over Mark Foley, who's in second, and Peter Flanner in third. The Pro-Ams have Aiden Gertz leading over Braden Daniels, who's in second. Chris Lambeth in third. Purple Pro-Ams. Tyler Kern leads the AM class with Forrest Holland just behind. And Craig Carroll in third. Craig Carroll, league owner. Congrats to him. Danny McElvey. I gotta check my stuff real quick. McElvey. I got it right. Danny McElvey is leading the rookies. Rick Wishon is in second, and Brandon Langlands is in third. That is the top 3. Angelo Soto into the tire barrier there. Carrera Azteca is leading right now in P1, with Draft Punk Gold in second, Draft Punk Silver in third. Bluth Racing in fourth, Shake and Bake Racing in fifth, Thunder Thighs Racing in sixth, Vols Hala in 7, Team Juice in 8, Paxman in 9, Caffeine Global Motorsports in 10, Valhalla in 11, Valhalla These Nuts in 12, Valhalla Motorsports in 13, E3 Motorsports in 14, Tachyon Simsport in 15, Acer Rays in 16, Texas Motorsports in 17, and Vols Hala Black in 18. Yeah, I wish I was in and in third. You know. It's hot. We have a lot of new faces, but not more than normal. I mean, we've been running around 14 to 16 rookies a race so far. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in practice. But let's just take a look here at the breakdown. So, out of the top 25, you can see all your pros are there. Michael Othens in 47th at the moment. So we have 11 pros in this race. You have the leaders 1, 2, 4, and 17. That said, Scott Weber is doing phenomenal there in 17. But that's a good mix. You have all your uh, pro-ams kind of right behind the pros, some in the middle. And then you have a bunch of new rookies. Some of these aren't new at all. And then you go further down and you start to see the pro-ams and the AMs kind of mixed together a little bit. Regan Chandler got in, but Ryan Chandler did not. It's unfortunate for Ryan there. After being promoted as well, the AM class. How many AMs do we have? We have 15 AMs. We have 19 rookies. That's an unprecedented amount of rookies that we've had show up. 15 AMs and then 15 Pro-Ams. Now, there was a few people that got promoted in the Pro-Ams, but we've had roughly, I'd say, 12 to 15 Pro-Ams showing up. We have 21 on the docket in general. Ugh, that's unfortunate for this driver. But let's take a look here at what we're working with these new drivers. We got Todd Hobson. Welcome to the league. I'm not sure if this is your first one. It's a very, I'm not sure. Justin Lanier, I think it's the first race as well. Welcome to the league. Mark Truick, also new to the league. Welcome to the league. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Dalmic Mateer. Welcome to the league. John Balone is not new. He's fourth in the championship. Todd Bielmer. Oh, wait. Maybe he's not. It is. He is. No, John Balone isn't. John Balone is... I think he's in the rookies. No, he's 14th in the AM class. He got promoted. It's Todd Bielmore that's fourth in the rookie championship. Kyle Strauss is out there. AM class promotion for him. Stephen Weller Jr., welcome to the league. I think this might be your first race. You got Kobe Brooks, also new. Any relation to Oliver Brooks? That is something. We got the one and only, the only Acura out there on track, Seth Hansen. Hopefully his anime waifu can help him in this race. Ooh, a couple off in the bus stop. Going further up, Varun Nambier rejoins. He's been around a couple of races, but I just haven't seen him in a while. Isaac Gardner, welcome to the league. I'm not sure if it's your first time here, but Ryan Vogel, also welcome to the league. And I think that's about it. Everyone else has been here before. There you have it. And a show of force here at the front of the grid, or at the first turn here. You get these guys just being cheeky every race. Look at that. Somebody's blinking in the pits. Hopefully their internet's okay. Well, that said, everybody, this is going to be a great one. We do have a safety car. It will start its proper use after they're going through the S's. So if there's a major one there, then we'll get sorted. But if not, and something happens later, I think it shuts off around 50. I think with half the race over, I think it's when it finally it's done. There's some time limit on it when it's an in-house safety car, by the way. It's in-house program. So that said, oh no, they joined them. Come to the bus stop. See my racing. Wait, what does that mean? Who is that in the 162? Zach Probst? What the heck is that? Benson? Too slow to poke? At Benson. I don't know where you're at. Oh, there you are. Wow. Okay, so we got some more people. The bus stop flashing. I believe that's it is changing. It was Forrest Holland. And we are back, folks. Nick Mazza, as he has told me, it's Mazza, long, not short A. Mazza. No short A. Mazza. Alright, well, Nick Mazza. Mazza was cooler, though. I mean, this is Mazza. It's fast. Mazza is a... Nick Mazza is second. God, that's going to be hard to remember to do that there, Nick. It really is. I'm not even lying. That is going to be difficult. I've said it wrong for so long, it feels wrong to say it right. John Javecki is going to be leading us here. John Javecki's 9th in the Pro Championship. But, you know, John Javecki he's missed round 4. And you got a couple other drivers in missing rounds here and there. Oh, all the guys have been missing some rounds. Not Gage Heinz, though. He has only missed the 1 round. And we're about to go on board with John Javecki, who leads us on a fast lap. This is my first time being back at the Glen since the bus stop rework. I wonder how it's going to affect some of these drivers here. It's okay for John Javecki here. Kind of ate most of it. One notable side note, in practice, Aston Martin seemed to be the fastest on track. The majority of the top 20 were in Aston Martins as well. So, gotta love the, you'll use the fastest car. But, car lock is next round, not this round. So, why not go for the meta car? Nick Mazza is awfully close to the rear here of John Javecki. It's more of a gentleman's rule to not pass another driver in qualifying, but also want to probably give yourself a little bit of space so you don't end up in this predicament. If he is slowing you down, you're flying with the fastest lap. That's going to change a bunch. Mark Foley goes across into first. Travis Deegan went into 5th with that time. Alex Sear into 6th. John Javecki down in 7th. Scott Webber into 8th. Nick Mazza into 4th. Chris Lambeth into 8th. Peter Feiner into 3rd. Elliot Burton into 2nd. Gage Heinz across the board into 2nd. Aiden Gertz into 5th. Chris Stewart into... Whoa. Chris Stewart overtaken there from Zach Probst, who's in 7th. Chris Stewart in 8th. Isaac Gardner in 12th. Braden Daniels 13. Joshua Jablonski just takes the fastest time across the board. Matthew Zuckerman into 14th, Andrew Frake into 18th, Kyle Caesar into 4th with his time across the board. It was 142.2. And someone else just crossed. Colin Pepper into 17th, Andrew Frake into 19th, Marshall Scarry into 20th, Ben Lafter 21, Dylan Thomas 23. It's Adam Thomas. It's gone into 20th. No relation there on those two. Seth Hansen at 24, Scott Webber now 25, Tyler Kern 26, Brandon Burns 27, Joshua D 28, Eric Koonsman 29, Varun Nambier in 30, Joshua Justice 31, Tom Smith 32, Felipe Nunez into 33, Rick Rishon into 35 as Kyle Strauss has gone into 34th. Oliver Burks into 36, Dumik Mateer into 37, John Balone 38, Angel Manello Soto into 39, Chris Chittering has a black flag and has gone into the pits. Hobson into 41. Steve McAllister 39. Stephen Weller Jr. into 42. And Nick Mazza into second and third as Elliott Burton has now taken the fastest lap. Now Mark Foley into the fastest lap into P1. Travis Deegan into fourth. And we still have a lot of fast drivers that have not set times on the board. Horse Holland into 13th. Kyle Kern into 15th as Joshua D into 12th. Braden Daniels into 14th. Someone else went quick. Alex Zier into 9th. Rodrigo Theory into 14th as Marshall Scari goes into 10th. Kyle Caesar has gone into 1st with that time across the board. Matthew Zuckerman improves into 10th with his time across the board. 142.4. Now we have 4 drivers in the 141s. Tess Hansen improves into 16th. Colin Pepper into 13th. Zach Probst into 14th. Oh! Eric Koonsman just took a header into the barrier there. Felipe Bui Nunez into 33rd. Improved his time. Rick Wishon into 25th with his time across the board. Oliver Brooks improves into 41st. And we still have a lot of drivers not set times. 12 drivers not set a time on the board just yet. Todd Buellmore improves into 44th. Stephen Weller Jr. into 43rd. Craig Reese into 37th. An improvement from him. Steve McAllister improves into 45th. Got a few people already in the pits, it looks like. Craig Carroll has not set a time just yet. There's Eric Koonsman back out. And, oh, he's sending across the bus stop there. Jeff Hoffel also not set a time. And he was pretty quick in practice. Daniel McElvey also hasn't set a time on the board just yet. Kyle Caesar now with the fastest time again. An improvement. But not really his position. What can Daniel McElvey do? He is leading the rookies right now, for those that didn't get promoted mid-season. Hi, I'm new here. Is this real life or is it fantasy? I forget how the rest of it goes. Something caught in a landline. I can't escape reality. I don't know. Danny McElvey into P28 with that time across the board. Reagan Chandler into 34th with his time across the line. 35 now. Liam Leckie into 28th. But there's... where's the MasterCard GT3s? I don't know. I don't think anyone cares for that one. Craig Carroll into 30th with that time across the board. Chug Jug with... What the heck? Can Elliott Burton improve his lap and position here? He is 4th across the board. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. No. So I'm going to be on that one. Nick Mazza behind him, though. Goes into 3rd. Mark Foley pushes him down into 4th as he goes into 3rd with that time across the board. Can we get a wrap from you if more than 6 cars? No. I don't even know how to wrap. Chris Lambeth into 13th. This time across the board. Chris Stewart into 10th. Dylan Thomas improves into 19th with his time across the board. Mark Truex went into 50th with his time. No improvement there. Austin W. Reed. He's going to stay in the pits, I take it. Austin W. Reed into 45th. Craig Grease into 42nd. Not sure if that was an improvement there. Colin Peppers has been improving. He's now in 11th. Bill M. I'm not saying that. Thank you for the follow there, Bill. Bill. What the heck, guys? And an acid walk for the prime sub. That's... what the heck is... Liam Leckie improves into 22nd. That's just a weird name to have as a Twitch name. I'm not saying it, though. Is it Dan? No, it's close. Craig Carroll improves into 24th and is done. So look at it. Across the board, Joshua Jablonski's in the pits. Mark Foley is not. He's still out there on track. Nick Mazza is had a little bit of a spin there. Let's see. Yep. Unfortunate for him. John Javecki improves into 12th. Dan hasn't chatted in here in a long time. Dan has definitely not. As it stands, Craig Carroll sitting 24th. Andrew Frank can dethrone him, though. In the AM class, Andrew Frank is P26, just behind Craig Carroll. If he improves this lap, he will be the leader of the AMs in qualifying. And across the board, isn't an improvement. 142. No, it's not. He's going to have to go again. He's still behind Craig Carroll. Yeah, and the only other ones to look out for here, Mark Foley, Nick Mazza, Elliot Burton is still out there, Peter Flanner is still out there, and they're not too far away from each other. Draft Punt Gold, as it is, at team. So out of the 60, Chris Chitterling is out there, and he'll get one run of it, but what a chance for him. That's Ryan Vogel is in the pits. Welcome, Fightin' Burrito. Thank you for the sub. Yep. Did Drew register? I don't even know what you're trying to say there, Justin. But Daumic, Atayer, 52nd. Tahoe Living, thank you for the follow. Jeff Koffold, look at that. He did set a time on the board, and it was a 142.5. Still with time remaining, I think he's got 2 full laps in him. Alex Zier improves into 11th. Just ahead of him is Chris Stewart. Scott Weber improves into 20th. Now takes that title from Craig Carroll for provisional pole. And he is P22, but P1 in class. Dylan Thomas improves into 18th with his time across the board. No one streaks like me. What are your thoughts on the deadlock update? What the heck are you talking about, Gray? Alright. I don't even know where's that. Chris Chitterling. This will be his first time lap, and if he's good, he can get one more out of this. Is that an off track? No. The P1 and 2 have gone into the pits. So has Travis Deegan, who's in 7th. Chris Stewart in 10th. But everyone else is still running. Oh, Colin Peppers in the pits as well. Got a lot of people are actually opting for the pits at the moment. Paige Hines is done. Isaac Gardner, who's in P9, is also done. Peter Flanner is done. I think Lance Stroll doesn't care about racing or winning. Nice try. Mark Foley, where's he at? He's got another chance to go. He had a 146.9. Nick Mazza is in the pits now. Elliot Burton is out there. Chris Lambeth still going. Jeff was definitely going to get that secondary lap. He's pushing. Now this is kind of going to be interesting. If Chris Chitterling is pretty quick on this lap, which I'm not sure he is. He's got 10 seconds. And he's going into the pits. What the? He didn't set a time. Trying to do a Trey Mistack here? That is going to be rough. with 60 drivers on the grid. Mark Foley is going to be crossing the line. Justin Lanier in P54 just ahead of him. Yeah, that's going to be weird. No improvements from what I'm seeing when people are crossing the line at the moment on the timing sheets. Almost everyone's in it. And he's going in the pits. All right. Justin Lanier, do something here. No improvement. Tom Smith has a little bit ways to go here. Brandon Burns. Rodrigo Theory is just ahead. Zach Probst. God, is anyone going to try to go for it? Another one going into the pits? Good God. Somebody, please, cross the line. You're making us wait. Somebody cross the line. Thank you, Todd. Todd Hobson. Watkins is amazing. What are you saying? He improved. His time in position. There you go. Todd Hobson. Keeping it strong. Everyone else completely done. I don't... Justin Landry is still out there, but I don't think he can... I don't know if he had enough time to cross the board. Well, we'll look at him. The 56 out of 60 showed up and put in time on the board. Kobe Brooks and Chris Cheerling, of those two remainders that showed up that did put times on the board, they did laps. Just, oop, that's going to be a... Can we... Arna, the number of disconnects. Arna? What? Do you want to count? I'll count. That's easy. Alright, this lap didn't count. Anyway, let's get over the grid here. You know who P1 through 15 are? They're on the side of the board. Congratulations to Kyle for P1 in class. Joshua Jablonski, P1 in pros. Elliot Burton, P1 in the Pro-Ams. And Felipe B. Nunez overtook Scott Weber for the leader of the AM class. That said, Chris Lameth, P16. Matthew Zuckerman, 17. Joshua D, 18. Dylan Thomas, 19. Zach Probst, 20. Adam Thomas, 21. Matt Benson, 22. Felipe B. Nunez, 23. Scott Weber, 24. Aiden Gertz in 25, Ben Lafter 26, Liam Leckie 27, Jake Daly 28, Daniel McElvey in 29, Brandon Burns 30, Forrest Holland 31, Craig Carroll 32, Andrew Frank 33, Rodrigo Theory 34, Seth Hansen 35, Craig Reese 36, Eric Kunzman 37, Regan Chandler 38, Braden Daniels 39, Tyler Kern 40, Rick Rishon 41, Varun Nambier 42, Tom Smith 43, Austin W. Reed in 44, Oliver Works 45, Joshua Justice 46, Matthew Truick in 47, Steve McAllister in 48, Todd Buellmore 49, John Balone in 50, Kyle Strauss 51, Dumic Mateer in 52, Stephen Weller Jr. in 53, Justin Lanier in 54, Todd Hobson 55, Angel Minnesota 56, Chris Schirling 57, Ryan Vogel 58, Michael Othman 59, and Kobe Brooks 60. Now, those last three drivers, we had drivers that did not get in. So they might be in chat right now. Parking the S's in the top 10 seconds. You know, it is kind of close. Kobe Brooks is out there. So we got that. Ryan Vogel, 58. And Michael Othman was in practicing. So I guess we'll see if he pops up. But Chris Cheerling is here. So we do have a full grid of active drivers minus maybe one. But everyone else has set and ready to go besides Liam Leckie in 27th. We are just waiting on three drivers. And 57 and 59 are Chris Chitterling and Michael Othman. And that's it. So we have two drivers that are not going to enter this race, at least. Oh. Rich Schierling is in the pits. Michael Austin isn't here, so 59 of 60. Guys, when you register, you have to show up. We have drivers that didn't make it. That's it. Show up. The safety car is going to be used. There's only going to be one safety car for this race, not two. It is set to go off by the time they are going into the S's. And someone is going bowling in T1. I mean, that's probably going to be the case. It happens every time we come here. Look at that gap. That's Nick Mazza, I think. No, it isn't. It's further back. It's Chris Stewart, his teammate. They have the same livery. I wonder if you guys can see it. Anyone taking bets on whether Chris Lambert survives this race? I saw him practice. He had a little oopsie daisy here on the outer loop. Maybe someone's just gonna is just thinking about how he hasn't ate dinner yet, and is gonna get him a quick, little faster run to the Thai shop to get some noodles. He will Kermit die. My bet's on Isaac Gardner. What's the bet on Isaac Gardner? He's that he's going to go bowling or survive this. Oh, P1. All right. Well, we got that. Driver who was quick in the last race showed up, and let's see if he can reel in a win. Liam Leckie wins it all. Elliott is P5. He's in danger. Elliott Burton and Peter Flanner. Draft Punt Gold seems to have like probably the worst luck as a team. But they did get a positive spin on that, though. They did have some positive ones in the last ones. I mean, Peter Flanner has won 2 pro championships, so he is certified pro there. And Elliott Burton's won in the Pro-Am, season 13. All right, here we go. We're going to stay with Mark Foley because chances are P3 is where it's going to get most exciting. A little jump from the driver, Kyle Caesar. And look at that, Mark Foley challenging down into turn 1 with Kyle Caesar there. Caesar. No, that's sorry, Joshua Jablonski. Kyle's already way ahead. All right, looking at 2 different things. And so far, it looks pretty clean back there. And everyone's doing fairly well. Gage Hines and Rodrigo Theory and Colin Pepper are already at the bottom of this. So we did lose 2, or 3. 3 drivers did go bowling into turn 1, I guess. But beyond that, everything else seems to be going well. Angel Nobel and Soto up 10 spots. And that's a battle in the... Oh, there goes Angel Manella Soto further back. And that is chaos. And that's unfortunate. Now, that is going to be a race stopper, folks. I don't think we see it just yet, but that is enough for a safety car. Jesus almighty, they're just everywhere. Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at it in a second. I just have to confirm right now that we are getting that yellow stuff wrap for us. Well, technically, yeah, safety car is coming out. Rodrigo Theory's already out of this. H. Heinz is down 43 spots. All right, let's take a look at what happened. Turn 1. All right, there's Gage. All right, so it didn't record what happened to Rodrigo Theory. Or if it did, it's going to be with Gage here. Here's Gage Heinz, lap 1. Oh. I think he just loses it all on his own. Yep. Takes one driver out of the falafel thing, but beyond that... Alright, so... something further back happens. Ooh, yeah, and that is Jeff Koffel who got hit there. But beyond that, everyone else kind of makes it unscathed. And then Rodrigo Theory is... this is Rodrigo. Oh, he gets hit and goes into the barriers. That's a slight tap. You can barely see it, but I don't even know if it's on the Porsches. I mean, these guys are going 3 wide up the S's. I mean, they did it too, but I don't know. I don't know if you can call on that one. It just seems like they just slightly had a door bang. And beyond that, it was Tom Smith. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, you vortex of danger. That got, you're just... oh, that was... Tom Smith is the one that's getting pushed. And that's Justin Lanier. Actually just lost it all on his own. Self-spin. So who was it that hit Tom? Yeah, that was Austin W. Reed. It drove through him a little bit. And then Angel Bonilla Soto. I think he tapped. Actually, that's a double. That's a double eye there. Take a look. I think everyone's slowing up. He hits that driver. Oh, they're slowing because Tom Smith is slowing, and then he's kind of collected in this. There's nothing Angel could do here, but another look here. Wait. Gyrocam. Like, what's he gonna do? He can't see the incident fully. Yes, he can, and now they're braking. It's just a reactionary thing. What do you call that? The concertina effect? That's pretty much it. And there you go. Well, he's made it right. All right. Well, thank you, Bob. Perhaps listening to some music. Well, some people went in the pits, as they would be. Look at this. Todd Buellmore, Gage Heinz, Angel Manuel Soto, Rick Wishon all got black flags. No. All right. So they're getting rid of the black flags. So they're changing it. Chris Chitterling, look at him. Up 8 spots. He's done nothing. He started from the pits and he's up 8. That's what you call a pro move there from the lugless racing. What happened to the lugs? What great racing. Hey, we're only getting one of these safety cars. And you know what? It is a great feature for the series and in the league in general, but Yeah, I mean, give people a second chance. Rodrigo, how did the Waltes? Rodrigo, that one is unfortunate because that. Who was that, by the way? And that would have been further back in the order here. Um, the Porsche. Braden Daniels. I think you had the contact with Braden Daniels. It's also in a different livery. I don't even think this is a livery. Oh, getting spun, damage, and then die in the next corner. I've been killing it in P40. Let's see who is P40. Oh, that's Austin W. Reed. This guy, well, he killed it to get to P40, all right. Anybody in the cheap seats on that one? This is pretty good. Killed it. And the guy behind him, I don't even know where Tom Smith is. He's further back. Liam Leckie. Where's Liam Leckie? He's only up 2. We should be getting under car racing on this lap, I think. Mark Foley with the smart move into turn 1 on Joshua Jablonski. Jablonski's going to fight him back for that, no doubt. Nick Mazza holding court in... Yep. We are back to green flag racing. Is Peter going to... Look at that jump that Kyle gets. That is something else. Peter Flanner into turn 1. Tries to make a move here on Nick Mazza. And they're going to go side by side. Mark Foley holding off in P2. And Nick Mazza has it down for the moment. Further back, you have Marshall Scari just holding up here. Alex Zier and Chris Lambeth, 2 Pro-Ams battling out with John Javecki just behind. Is he trying to help push the Kermit? And it looks clean so far there in the back. And then through the bus stop, Alex Zier stays P11, holding his own here. Chris Lambeth up 4 spots. Oh, and you got it. There's death. Dylan Thomas is into the barrier. Oh. John Balone through. And Laughter also involved in that. No. You hate to see it, folks. Chris Chitterling, now up 13 spots from where he started this race. He's going to push over on Forrest Holland. Forrest Holland has a broken car, as you can tell. So bus stop shenanigans. We'll take a look at the review shortly, but we got some green flag racing going on right here. As Craig Reese up 5. He's got Varun Nambier on his inside, now ahead of him. Trying to hold on to this spot, but Craig Reese is not letting it go. They're going to go side by side, and the acid is just up here. Look at how it's flying on this straight. As now Seth Hansen has to go. Whoa, what is that? Joshua Justice taking that inside line and taking 2 spots while he's at it. Austin W. Reed getting another spot from Seth Hansen as well. And Alex Zier now up 1 spot on Marshall Scari. And the pros and the pro-ams are doing just fine up here at the top of the board. Further back, it looks pretty clean. Joshua Jablonski. Still no response yet. Maybe he's just trying to follow. Look at that. Kyle Caesar has a 144.035. He's going to clear these guys shortly. Let me look at almost a full second now. Now a second. It's dropping a little bit, but that's going to be something. Elliot Burton retaking his spot from Nick Mazza. Or is he? Nick on the inside gets it done. Nick now only down 1 from where he started. And then another strong group forms. Isaac Gardner leading this group. And that is Alex Zier behind, Marshall Scarry, Chris Lambeth, John Javecki, Matthew Zuckerman, Zach Probst joining them. And Matt Benson up 6. Further back, everyone seems to be in the net positive so far. Our big movers and shakers, Braden Daniels here and Tyler Kern. Travis Deegan is down 1 spot. This driver's been pretty quick throughout his entire rookie stint. He's now leading the Pro Championship, but he's in 8th at the moment. 5th in class, though. Chris Lambeth makes a move there on Marshall Scarry in the outer loop and gains another spot. Chris Stewart makes a dummy move to the inside. Gage Heinz down at the bottom there. Own mistake for him, this Valhalla driver, so everything he's doing is a recovery drive, but he's pushing and he's in 45. He's made some progress though. And some overtakes. John Balone just behind the Hot Wheels car. Rich Chierling, another one to do it. Just past Kyle Strauss. Now he's got Steve McAllister ahead of him. Maybe he can do what Trey couldn't. Get into the winning spot. I'm just kidding. No one can. It's ridiculous. There's too many drivers to overtake, and this field is already fairly stretched out. Blue flags, Milton. You're looking at P28 right now, and they're going up into the S's. Adam Thomas. Looking at a battle just ahead of him, Liam Leckie and Eric Koonsman. That might have been a little bit of a door bang there for Liam Leckie. He held on to it, and he's going to lose one to Braden Daniels, maybe to Tyler Kearns now down into the inside. Nope, he's going to hold that one off, but too wide through the bus stop. That is adventurous. Ryan Vogel up 24 spots in the McLaren. Sorry, McLaren, Mercedes. My bad. Saw M in my brain. As it goes to the inside, I don't think he's going to make a move here, but perspective is everything, and he does, and he gets on through on Austin W. Reed. It's 25 positions gained. Isaac needs to lock in. He very well does. He's got Alex Zier just behind him, but he's been pulling away from P11, which is Chris Lambeth. And he's got a 2-second deficit there. Matthew Zuckerman and Zach Probst battling it out here. Matthew, I think, was the one that got on by. Zach Probst here. Still no change at the top of the order. Elliot Burton battling out here with Nick Mazza. And they're going to go take it too wide through the bus stop, and that is pretty scary. That SimCity race, or Shake and Bake Racing is they're called now. They're now, can't even say those words. They're P7 and P6. Can't even say numbers anymore. This is what Gen Alpha's done to our to culture. Jesus. Elliot Bird holding on though in 5th. Nothing lost, nothing gained. A lot of the field is pretty compact so far. You'd think it would change a little bit, but it hasn't. Oh no. Joshua Justice Was he loosening it on the exit? Yeah, he was. Oh, and then a snap, and then into the barrier. He's back out there, though, folks. Dropped a lot. Adam. He was rolling all right. P40 for Gage Heinz, who's just on a strong recovery there, as he's got Al Strauss on the inside going into turn 1. And he's going to clear him. I want to know how bad it is. Out of the 10 pros, Gage Heinz is 39th. P9 is 36. That's a rough one. Brandon Burns, Craig Carroll battling out here. And Craig on the inside of the outer loop. Not able to make anything happen here, but through shoot, no, he's just kind of too far back. One chance to battle there, kind of out of it. How do I tell if they're Pro-Am or Pro? Oh, this is a great one. Well, let's take a look here. Braden Daniels. Not wearing the livery stuff. Let's go with Eric Koonsman. Eric Koonsman has that those purple attachments there on the wing, outer wing, plus on the mirrors and on the overhead where it says Sim Motion. You see the purple. If it's red, that means they're a rookie. If it's orange, that means they're a pro. Jake Daly is in the Pro-Ams now, I think, or no? Is he? He's not running the accents. Come on, guys. Liam Leckie trying to make a move here on Andrew Frank. Now there's a good example. There's 2 AM class drivers, and Liam Leckie's in the middle. That's that light blue. That's the AM class drivers. Liam Leckie trying to make a move here on Andrew Frank and unable to. Tyler Kern joining this battle. Same with Brandon Burns. Gage Heinz makes a move here on Steve McAllister. It's only 29 spots down at the moment. Chris Chitterling is on a tear. 21 gained. Which, orange is the best, yes. Technically, orange is the best. Red right here is in the lead. That is a rookie of Kyle Caesar. And then the orange guys are... This is P1 and 2 in class. Since Joshua Jablonski's made a move on Mark Foley at some point. And now retakes the lead for the pros. What can we say about the Pro-Ams? The purple Pro-Ams right here is Elliot Bird, who's leading in 5th in the overall, but 1st in class. Chris Stewart is in 7th with Nick Mazza behind him, in front of him. Now that is, what would you rather have? Team orders? Because he's got to chase down, he's got a pro in front of him. Nick Mazza, his teammate, doesn't have the accents on, but this is separating the P1 and P2 battle for Pro-Ams. Lee Winter here. Bummed I couldn't make it out tonight. Continuing was calling it. You might not have been able to even make it there, Lee. This was a packed house. Now, this is P7 and P6. Shake and Bake Racing. Will they shake and bake and let the Pro-Ams battle? Will Chris Stewart allow that to happen? More news at 11. I think he's streaming right now, so I think you could ask him that question in his chat. Ask him whether or not he's going to let his teammate battle. Stephen Weller Jr. here going side by side with Steve McAllister. Steve McAllister holding on to that spot. That was a little... Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lee. And... Hey, these guys are doing pretty solid, but no change just yet. I think that's Colin Pepper trying to make a move on the outside. Kind of an unfortunate thing here for Colin is he was the one driver that got clipped by Gage Heinz in T1. Ancient Bonella Soto makes a move, though, on Steve McAllister. All right. So let's take a look here what happened on lap 4. This is what happened in the bus stop. Jake Daly was a part of it. Oh. So on the restart... Jeff. Oh, Jeff. Red Bull liveries, am I right? What is up with these Red Bull guys? My bad. Oh, no. Horace Holland. He's going kind of... He's braking, too. Oh, I mean, that I don't know. That's a 50-50 one, because... What do you say? Like, he was... It looked like it just hooked him. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And then Aiden here loses it all on his own. And that's when other people are just... Oh, he got by. Other unlucky people in that right there. Ben Laughter, I think, was one of them. Yeah, that's when Dylan gets punted and also involved in that. Let's take a look at... Yeah, let's take a look here. He's doing fine. Spins ahead Aiden there, and he's... One's braking. Oh, and... He was trying to make a judgment call. And neither way was going to go well for him. That is just how it works sometimes. Todd Hobson lost it on his own. Going back live, let's see. Isaac. Oh, he pit on lap 13 of 27. He's just out. This is live. So, here, Alejandro. It's always the Red Bull liveries and Team Redline. Yeah, Rick Wishon gonna make a move here on Todd Buellmer. I don't think so. This would actually be just a very strategic move to do. Oh, but that isn't. But then he saves it. So, we just caught that for you. Oh, no. Chris Stewart not going to have to worry about trying to battle for P2 as he has just spun into the barrier on turn 11. Penultimate corner there. It's not even out back yet. Out on track. He's got to wait. It's rough. At the top of the grid here, I could start going through. Kyle Caesar's leading by 1.5 seconds. Mark Foley is... Joshua Jablonski in second. Mark Foley in third. And there's just a gap formed here. Peter Flanner in fourth, 3.5 seconds. Elliot Burton, 5.4. 2 seconds behind him is Nick Mazza. So he's got even a bigger gap here. Travis Deegan is in seventh. Alex Zier is the next Pro-Am to battle for the lead there. Chris Lameth in ninth. Marshall Scary in 10th. So there's still quite a bit of guys together in terms of grouped up, but at the top of the order, they have just broken ranks here. Another group here. Braden Daniels isn't the one leading it, but that's going to be Andrew, not even Andrew Frank. Liam Leckie is the one that's leading. Tyler Kern And then just a little swoop. Brandon Burns in 24th, Craig Reese, 25th, Craig Carroll, and Varun Nambier. And then 2 drivers that are blue flagged. Not sure what happened, but I spy 2 big eyes. I'm gonna curve. It's always so fun to see creative people make just these type of liveries. And it looks like some of these drivers might be just settling in to old ranks here. You have drivers... Oh, no. Al Strauss. Just lost it. Everyone dodged him, and he's got... Might as well go in the pits, buddy. And that's what he did. Jason Dillon wants in the booth. Welcome, Dylan. Everybody.
Hey, buddy.
And that was Dylan Mace. Thank you for the follow. Well, yeah, tough break there, Dylan. You know, I took a look at the replay there. It looked like you were gonna feint right, go left, but you didn't really have any options.
Yeah, you know, I went back and watched it, and Aiden had just lost the car, and he had the brakes fully locked. He went from the bottom of the track to the top, and I couldn't decide which way to go. And when I finally made my choice, I don't think Ben had anywhere to go.
Yeah.
And I tried to go on the outside, so just unfortunate.
Either way, you're gonna catch too much speed and hit him sideways, or, I mean, if Ben wasn't there, there's a good chance you might have been able to get out by on the left side, but Ben was already on your outside, and he was also trying to react to it as well, and it just seemed like one of those, like, rough goes.
Split-second things. You try to make a decision, and I just, you know, I tried not to be too heavy in the brakes because we were racing up the hill and into the bus stop, so it happens. Frustrating, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes when somebody's spun. Hey, do you mind throwing your screen up on
yeah.
So I can be live with you.
All right,
I'm good.
let's take a look here.
There we go.
And we are back. So yeah, very disappointing result, but like yours was one of those unavoidable ones. It seems I would say like Brandon Burns getting pretty sweaty here. He's got Andrew Frank in the S's, and he might have him down. They're side by side though. Oh nope.
Yeah. Brandon ought to have some pretty good pace to work his way up. I wonder if he's recovering from an incident early on. I think I actually remember being around him.
He actually pit on lap 14, and we had our first pit. Alejandro here maybe forgot that he had to pit that lap and decided to pull. Yeah, guy that's in chat was wondering what happened with Isaac Gardner, and that's another driver who pit early, and he was up at the P9.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't even see where he's at right now. That's when you know it's kind of rough. Down 30 spots. Oh, he pit on lap 12. Well, I was going to ask you, Dylan. Would it even be... Would you even want to pit this early on lap 12? I mean, go like that much longer?
You know, most of the times with the way the GT3s are these days, fuel saving has come into play so much. However, at this track, it eats up the tires really harshly. So maybe if he's deciding to take an extra front left because the front left gets worn down pretty good, maybe he pitted early just so he could get that thing warmed up and have the fresh tire advantage for longer.
Mm-hmm.
But 9 times out of 10, you know, this track is really good for drafting, and there's a lot of opportunities to fuel save. And shortening that last little bit of fuel can buy you a couple seconds in that pit lane. So it's kind of a gamble, and we got some close racing here. Going to
Yeah.
the bus stop.
Oh, that was it's not as close. Actually,
It's
it
Chris
kind of
Lambeth.
was. Yeah, Rick
Yeah.
Wishon hasn't pit just yet though, so
Oh yeah.
this driver it is kind of on that, but Joshua D getting passed here by Jeff Awful. You know, Jeff was involved in his own little incident there at the
remember.
restart. Yeah.
I was right there with him, and yeah, it gets even no matter what setup you have, if you have triples or you can see all around you. Once you start going into that turn one, it's almost always 3 wide, just the nature of it, and it's so hard to tell if there's a car way out there on the outside or if you're 3 wide or 4 wide sometimes. So I think he got
Absolutely.
a little bit loose, and I was able to dodge him there, and I thought I was going to get lucky for the rest of the race, but that ran out.
And pits for these drivers at the top of the grid. Kyle Caesar
This
goes
will
out
be an interesting
clean.
exit to see where Mark comes out. Mark
Joshua
is
Jablonski's now
well
caught
ahead
back
of
of
him,
Gage
yeah.
Hines. But Gage has to pit. So Mark Foley's about where he was, though, to be honest. Now he's just got Chris Chitterling, 52. See, we've never seen Trey get this high up in the order.
He's got a pit still, though.
Yeah. Chris and Gage definitely have the pit, but
Now Chris Chitterling does definitely have the pace to make some hard charges to the front, serving a qualifying ban for this race for some penalty points that have racked up. But
oh, is
yeah,
that what
he's
it was?
yeah.
Oh,
So it's got an uphill battle here, but it looks like he's making the most of it.
yes, he is.
Not an easy track to do it at either. So good on him. In a Lamborghini, no less.
No less, but
Not the easiest
even,
car to
even
drive in this field.
Yeah, but even with the qualifying ban, you can still just start on the track wherever it puts you, right? Or do you have to stay in the pits?
You just can't set a lap, but yeah, you get gridded wherever you are. So if other people choose not to qualify, well, that's kind of a lucky thing for you if you're serving that.
Well, he was 57th, and he opted to not go into the grid. Instead, went to
The pit lane start.
the pit lane start. So that's what I was curious about here. And here he goes. And it's not going to work out here for Isaac Gardner, Alejandro, just letting you know that. Chris Lambeth was one of the drivers that was behind Isaac Gardner. And you see drivers going in. But Chris Lambeth is now 13th. He's going to gain some spots back. But Isaac Gardner is, he's 33rd. So he just lost those. Oh, you know what? Look at his pit was a 50.5 as well.
Oh, wow. I wonder if maybe he got a little bit of damage that he had to fix at some point. Or did he change tires on accident? That can happen.
That can
Sometimes
happen.
you can load into the race, or maybe if he pit early. Let's see if his car goes up on Jack's here.
Well, Jeff has a black flag, so
that's Jeff. Okay.
That's gonna be the rough one. He gains some back. He was 33 down. Now he's 20 down.
It looks like we should be finishing up the pit cycles for everybody now. So we'll see how it shakes out. Everybody's done their fuel saving.
It does look like that.
Set their parameters, and now it's all out. See how you can push to the finish. I know that we've had several drivers running, like Marshall was kind of tucked in with Chris Lambeth, who looks like he got up the road from Marshall a little bit, or is Lambeth still in there?
Lambeth is P10 now, so he gained up.
He's doing great. Yeah, he's staying up there.
And he's got a bit of a buffer. 1 second at John Javecki. John Javecki at one point was behind Chris, so that was a difference. I bet it's that 39.6 that he did on the lap, just did the overcut.
Yeah.
So
Chris trying to trace down John Javecki, who's always wicked fast in his Corvette. Liam Leckie chasing down Chris. And Liam and I started the race pretty early. I actually need to go back and look. I think I left him a car with. Since this is on the video, I'm going to say I did. And we were battling it out early on, and so he's very quick. Good driver. We were side by side. He's rocking and rolling.
KSSIM Media. Thank you for the follow. Braden Daniels down on the inside. Braden here had himself a little bit of an incident. Rodrigo Rodrigo
See
didn't.
if Eric can carry that speed on the outside there.
Yeah.
That's a
Hold it.
pretty good hold. Now they're going to go side by side through all these S's. At this point, the tire should be warm enough that you can hold on here. Braden's going to want to keep this inside line so he can have the advantage going in. And we'll see. Is that Felipe behind? Well, he's waiting to see what happens here.
Oh yes.
Braden's going to send it up on the inside. Oh, he
Not
held
working
up. Gave Eric the room. Good on Eric for keeping that on the outside. That's great racing. Probably a smart choice by Braden.
Definitely a smart choice. Thank you. What's good, Maori? We're just watching a race. 7 laps to go. Thanks for saying so. Nice side by side. Yeah, that was a very good side by side. Gage Heinz now joins. He's now to only 15 spots, so seems like he's kind of done a lot with his. I don't know if you saw that in lap 1, but he did spin lap 1, turn 1. No one did anything to him, so that was just kind of his own forced error. But great recovery from spinning lap 1 to now be maybe 22. Danny McKelvey on the outside.
Pretty close. You should have this move here. It's pretty hard to hold the outside in that spot. It's such a tricky corner for this track. It's uphill and then it's off camber right after being uphill. So you can kind of late brake, but then you just gotta linger on that brake pedal for a little while and then hope you don't spin the tires on getting on throttle.
Yeah, and with that, it's just a little bit too close for comfort for me, but Chris Chittling almost getting a tire, other that left front from Danny McElvey there. I don't know if you saw that, but it was close. Without a exit turn 10. But he's through. So 34 gain for Chris Chitterling.
Interesting to see Chitterling choose the Lamborghini this week. I'm not sure if he's been running that all season, has he? I thought he was in the Porsche. You're making a manufacturer change here.
I don't think he was in this, no.
He likes to keep things interesting. He's a very tough and hard racer. He likes to challenge himself, so who knows? Maybe he's done some research and found that Lamborghini might be advantageous later in the season and getting familiarity with it. Looks like he's throwing up a move on the inside here.
Yeah, that's me, Chris Chitterling on Felipe B. Nunez.
See if he can hold that throttle down. Nunez should get the run out of here, but if Chitterling can keep enough space, he should be able to get it done on the brakes.
Great job from Justin Lanier for giving these guys some moves.
Yeah. And he does get it done. So he was able to hold it on that inside, outbrake him, and keep on moving forward.
Oh, no!
Oh, a little bit loose.
I think Gage kind of tapped him.
There.
That was Braden Daniels, who black Porsche, all wobbly, and he's just going to be out of sync for these next set of corners, so loses another spot there to Daniel McElvey.
Pretty good recovery, holding it together there by Braden. I wonder if maybe they just had a little bit of difference in opinion on where the brake zone is for that corner. Different cars, different techniques. Maybe got a little nudge there. It'll be interesting to look back on.
It will be for the race review.
For holding on to that one, Braden.
Mark Turek here, battling for a 38 on Jake Daly. Can he make it on the outside here?
It's a pretty good move. Looks like Jake kind of let it go. Lives to see another corner. Mark Turek looks like one of our many new faces of this week, as well as Stephen Weller Jr. as we see him go to the final corner. A lot of new faces. We had a full grid. Actually, we had a more than full grid of 60 cars. Some guys were kind of left out in the cold looking in. It's a great time to be part of Broken Wing Racing League. A lot of participation. A lot of new people in. We got a spin in the background there.
Justin Lanier. Oh, no.
Oh, he's not able to keep it out of the way.
What
gonna
just
catch a few
happened?
more. That's a tough spot.
Those two hit. They down below.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, with only 5 laps to go. And it's not going to even be 5 laps, more than likely. Jesus. All right.
I'm looking through the top 10, and it looks like Kyle Cesare or Caesar is going to be
Caesar?
able to. He's got a pretty comfortable lead at 1.6, but Joshua Jablonski's cutting into that. He's getting it down to just about a second and a half. Mark
I don't
Foley's
know
pretty
what's gonna happen.
comfortably in
Yeah.
third. And then it's a little bit of a good split for the rest of the top 10. Everybody's just saying, hey, we made it through these first 25 laps or 24 laps or so, and let's just get it to the end. I think the closest one we have is for the final spot of the top 10. Liam Leckie is still chasing down Chris Lambeth.
Yeah, that and Mark Ascari's in 15th, and he's chasing Zach Probst, who's ahead of him, and they're a 2/10 gap here. It's
He just gave
it's
a
quite
little
spicy
sniff
in the
on that
middle here.
inside line going to the bus stop. Maybe a
Ooh.
little bit of psychological warfare there.
Oh,
It's like Andrew
Craig
Frank.
Reese is not able to hold
Is
on to
that
that.
Craig that kind of loses it?
Yeah, Craig Reese is that purple. It's like an R on L or something that's on the top of it. I can't
Oh, the
remember.
Waluigi.
Yeah,
Waluigi look.
yeah. Chris
It's
Chitterling
really
trying to
easy
make a
to do.
move here
You
on
have to
Eric
be so
Koonsman.
aggressive on that first entry into the bus stop, and at this point, your tires are getting a little worn out.
Ooh,
You're getting a little fatigued. Nice little cutback look there from Chris Chitterling. Looking on the inside of Eric Koonsman. Gonna see the brake marker down to second gear for both of them. Eric's gonna hold on to the outside, see if he can hold on to this inside line to this much slower corner, better on the brakes. It's better be the inside here. See if Chris holds him tight. Oh, that's nice and fair. A lot of room. Chris is
just
gonna have the
behind there
advantage
as
around the
well.
outside here. He'll be able to carry a little bit more speed. Eric's gonna do a good job. Chris a
Completely
little bit
off.
off track there. And
it's over.
I think he'll just bank that 1X.
Mark
And use
Ascari
it to his
down into
advantage.
turn 1, and he's got it done on
That's how
Zach
you get it
Probst.
done. Now there's going to be a huge run for Zach going up the hill, though.
And
Is
also
Marshall going to
Joshua
get
D.
Is Joshua going to give Marshall the bump here? Maybe try to
Ooh,
help out.
just defends it a little bit.
I think that might be a little bit of a insurance play by Zach there, saying, "Hey, I don't want to be left out in the cold here. I'm going to tuck in behind Marshall to make sure I protect this other position from Zach. Already lost one. Let's not lose two."
Absolutely. And Adam's been doing pretty good. Just a brief one to the, actually just ahead of him, Scott Weber, P17. He's leading the AM class. The next closest driver is P24 in class.
Very good drive from Scott. Up 7 positions.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Great
far
job.
behind Joshua D. Joshua D's got some great pace. He's up 2 positions from 18th to 16th. And then not too far behind in P20 is Chris Chitterling up 37 positions. Damn good run
Pretty
from
good,
Chris.
yeah.
And you know, once you, in this league, you know, with the separate classes that we have, nice little
Move
look
there.
making them think about it.
Braden Daniels gets through though. He did lose a spot to Dan McKelvey on that overtake earlier, but these guys are going to probably be battling to the end. All of these guys in class or in this little group. The closest
Braden
group
and
we
Eric
have.
were battling earlier. We were watching that battle, and so Braden, you know, he had that little bit of argy-bargy moment where he got nudged out of the way a little bit. He's working his way back up to maybe give Eric a run for his money towards the end here. We're on the final lap.
Yeah, so I said 5 laps to go, 4 laps, and then I knew it was going to happen. When you have a safety car, it does throw the actual full laps of the race off by just a little bit, and that's where we're at. Kyle, do the beans belong in Chile? Yes, that's so.
I think it depends. I think you can only get mad at beans and chili if you buy it and you ask for no beans. But if you make your own chili, you do what you want. If you want beans in it, you can put beans in it. If you don't like beans in it, don't make it. But if you're not making it yourself, don't complain.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
There you go. Kyle Caesar. I'm not sure if it's Caesar, but I think Jeff looked it up and said it was Caesar. But here we are.
I'm good with it.
He's gonna win here at the Glen for round 7.
An Imperial drive from Mr. Caesar, if that's how it's pronounced.
Joshua
Jablonski comes in second. Nice.
Mark Foley third. Peter Flanner holding fourth strong. Look at that, 3.8 seconds to his teammate there.
Mark will be happy with that position, fighting for the championship. Elliott will be very happy in the Corvette, finishing top 5.
Massive
Probably,
6.
I think that's probably winning the AM Or
Elliot
Pro-Am.
Burton,
Oh,
Pro-Am for Elliot Burton, yeah.
Pro-Am
And
winner.
then
Yeah.
Travis Deegan, 7, Alex Zier, 8, John Javecki, 9, Chris Lambeth, 10, Liam
Top 10 for
Leckie,
Chris.
11, Matthew Zuckerman, 12, Matt Benson, 13, Marshall Scarry, 14, Zach Probst keeps it in 15, Joshua D, 16, Scott Weber, 17, Adam Thomas, 18, Gage Heinz, 19, Chris Schitterling, 20, Eric Koonsman, 21, Daniel McElvey, 22, Braden Daniels,
Oh,
23, Felipe B. Nunez in 24. Nope. Yep. No, Brandon Burns, 24, Felipe B. Nunez, 25, Andrew Frank, 26, Isaac Gardner, 27, Greg Reese, 28, Varun Nambier, 29, Tyler Kern, 30, Brendan Laughter, 31, Seth Hansen, 32, John Balone, 33, Scott Colin Pepper, 34, Rick Wishon, 35, Mark Truick, 36.
Steve McAllister coming in 37th. Up
Steve
11
McAllister,
spots.
nice job from him and his teammate just behind him in 38. And then Todd Buellmore, 39. Stephen Weller Jr. in 40. And Kobe Brooks, 41. Welcome to the league, guys. Austin W. Reed, 42. Tom Smith, 43. Forrest Holland, 44. Joshua Justice, 45. Umik Mateer in 46. Reagan Chandler, 47. Justin Lanier across the line on Jake Daly gets 48. Jake Daly, 49. Chris Stewart, 50. And is there
I think the rest are
anybody?
going to be the people that died. My
Um,
fellow
yeah.
dead drivers.
Ryan Vogel, 51. Oliver Brooks, 52. Jeff Koffold, 53. Kyle Strauss, 54. Angel Bonell Soto, 55. Todd Hobson, 56. Dylan Thomas in the booth now,
That's me.
57. Aiden Gertz, 58. Rodrigo Theory, 59. And Michael Othen didn't race on this one at all. And I was maybe Elliot Burton, the Pro-Am winner, Joshua Jablonski, the Pro winner, Kyle Caesar for the rookie class, and Scott Weber for the AM class. That said, Dylan, thank you for joining me mid race to the.
Yeah.
To I know just it's probably easier this way to see what's happening on the racetrack, being able to see the broadcast as well. But I mean, nobody that has won this week has decided to join us. So it's unfortunate, but the race winners, congratulations to them. I mean, what a fantastic end to this, though. I mean, strong finish from all those guys in the top 10. They had some decent gaps to each other.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks. When you go to a track like Watkins Glen or Spa, some of these more popular tracks, it gets really difficult because people know it so well. They're so popular. It's such a fun track to run that it's so competitive when you get in, and you can have some people that outperform their normal position because they know it really well. And I think we saw that this week. We had some really good surprise finishes. Again, we had a lot of new faces, so there's a lot of folks that we're going to have to kind of figure out how to drive around one another and, hey, what's your speed? Should I race you or should I follow you? And so really good to see the league growing and being popular. Usually we have a big uptick in participation the first race of a half of a season or at the beginning of a season. So glad to have everybody. I hope they had a lot of fun. And, we do a good job of kind of following up with some of the incidents that happen and figuring out the anatomy of a race.
Absolutely, you couldn't say it better myself. Thanks for joining me, and thanks to everybody else. That's the end of this round. We'll see you on the next round, round 8 at Jerez, I believe it is. So that should be interesting. I'll see how many
I'm
people
debating whether or
participate in
not
that
I'll
one.
just join you for that one because I don't know that
Yeah,
track well.
yeah.
I might just
That's gonna.
watch it.
Yeah, that might be it. But I mean, we probably like dip in participation on that one. But thank you again, everybody, for joining me, and thanks for Dylan Thomas joining me at the mid race for this. Thanks everybody in the chat. Have a good evening.
Y'all have a good night.